This is a King James Moment, brought to you by Lighthouse Baptist Church in Grand Prairie, Texas.
I want to talk to you about some of the false accusations that have been made. See, some of the critics of the King James Bible, they'll actually just get away from the scripture and just start trying to attack the man, King James himself, and trying to prove that he was a bad man or somebody that God wouldn't use to even commission the translation of the scriptures. King James, being king, had plenty of enemies, and these enemies made up false rumors and lies about him both while he was alive and after he was dead. All the accusations are refuted by King James himself and all the things that he wrote, and they're documented well. You can read about the accusations and the quotes from King James writings himself in this book. It's by Steve Costin. It's called King James Unjustly Accused. You know, after much study, King James is about as godly a king as you could hope for. In fact, in a lot of ways, he was better than King David himself. King David, he committed adultery. He got another man's wife pregnant. He hatched a plan to try to cover that up and ended up having that man killed. Good night of living. God used him to actually write scripture, a lot of scripture. King James wasn't involved in anything like that. And in fact, unlike King David, who wrote portions of Scripture, King James commissioned the translation work and didn't actually do the translation work himself. So, no comparison. Many of these attacks come because the Bible is named the King James Bible. But the King James Bible wasn't always named after him. It was just called the Holy Bible. Later it was called the Authorized Version. And then later on it became the King James Version because of the dedicatory page in the front of the King James Bible. So trying to impugn King James's character is kind of a straw man, really a pitiful argument and sign of desperation of the critics. Even these sad, pitiful, false accusation arguments are kind of ironic when you look at who has been used to translate many of these works. You have people involved in false religions, in cults. You've got self-proclaimed lesbians involved here, not to mention the men who wrote the Greek lexicons that we have today. You know, I thank God for raising up a man like King James, who God would use in a great and mighty way just to commission the translation of God's own word. What an important task. And God used the right man at the right time. And once again, this has been a King James Moment from Lighthouse Baptist Church.